As you know now, our big surprise ending to our Gustav Klimt trees is that we're going to add metallic paint too. He used a lot of neutral colors, and he also liked to use metallics that would shine when people saw them in person. So I'm going to use my metallic paint and just add some interesting details. We're not going to be able to color every single inch of our picture. And I also need to be really careful that I don't paint over a tree or over some of the organic or geometric shapes I've painted, because those were such hard work I put in to my coloring, my neatness. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going around and painting the background or painting in small details. And I need to be very careful, showing that I really know how to use the brush, that I really know how to work on my painting skills, holding the brush up here and going nicely, neatly, and calmly, no rushing. My first idea is that I want to paint in these little details. So I take my brush and I dip it just a little bit in my metallic paint. Ooh, I'm so excited. It looks so shiny. Then I bring it over and I'm going to very carefully just paint a little bit using little moves at a time. Ooh, it's so shiny. And I'm going to do the other one. I want to try and make it nice and smooth, showing Miss White that I've been working on painting skills and that I can calm my body when doing my work. For this one, instead of the triangle, I think I'm going to do the box on the outside. So I set it down gently and a little move and a little move. If I think I don't have enough paint on my brush, I can always go back and get more. Right now, I still have lots. So I'm going carefully, trying my best to stay inside the lines I drew. Careful. I don't want to glob on so much paint that it's going to drip. So make sure that you're really painting it in. You don't want big drips that are going to fall off your paper. None of mine are drippy. They're painted nicely and smoothly. Now I think I did a pretty good job. If I want to, I can come fix some of the edges and be careful. But now I really want to add lots of sparkle to the background behind my tree, because that's where I'd like it. Maybe you want it more in your shapes. Maybe you want it in some of the organic shapes on your tree. But for me, I really want some sparkle in the background. So I dip my paintbrush gently and being careful not to smash it. I don't want paint up here. I want it just at the end. And I'm going to paint right next to my tree over here. I know I don't have time to do the entire background. I have to be careful. I don't want to put my hand in this. I can't do the whole background, but I'm going to see if I can get a little bit around the edge of my whole tree, because I think that would be so sparkly and shiny. Make my tree look, I don't know, magical, or maybe just more interesting to people when they come and look at my artwork. Maybe, oh, I'm having a fun idea. Maybe I want to add more swirls even with this painting. So I'm going to dip it, and I'm going to turn this into a swirl, like we had practiced. And maybe I want to do that up here too. I'm keeping my hand far away from my wet paint. That's really important, because I know that Mom and Dad do not want me to come home with paint all over my clothes and my uniform. Now that I took my time, I added quite a few different swirls around my tree. I still have these painted, and I was really careful not to put my hand all over it. Sometimes I turned it sideways or upside down so that my hand wasn't in my paint. Now that I think I'm all done, I've added just some sparkle, some metallics to my artwork. I need to make sure that I'm really following directions during cleanup. When Miss White says to put my paintbrush down, I'm following that direction right away so that I can always work in paint. Then I am showing her I am an amazing artist and a really good listener. If you would like, instead of swirls, you might want to use squares, rectangles, polka dots. Be expressive with your Gustav painting. What would you like to see in your metallic colors?